right, y'all, let's get into Kountry. I'm on a roll. Let's talk about Shayla. Shayla, you are delusional and you are embarrassing yourself, and that is not good. You went after your best friend's husband. And I understand and I get why you did it, because she was messing around with Wayne and you felt like it wasn't right and you didn't like Wayne and you didn't feel that she didn't appreciate her husband / boyfriend. And I understand. I get it. I understand. But that wasn't the way you did it. Wasn't the way you should have handled it. What you should have handled it was, if you were going to tell the truth, tell the truth, shame the devil. If that's what you were going to do. That way, if he was going to leave his wife, then that would have been a whole different situation. So if you told him the truth and didn't sleep with him, if you didn't go over there when he was drunk messing with him, then this probably would have been a different situation. But no, you went over there and messed with that man while he was drunk. Not only that, you tried on your best friend's dress. Your sister said you wasn't on your medications. But see, my question is, how was she when she was with Ralphie? Not with Ralphie. With Arby. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because she was certainly calm when she was with Arby. Did she have this same obsession when it came to Arby? See, Anthony, you need to go talk to Arby and see if she had these same obsessions before. Because you was having these dreams about this man and you wanted the life that Amber had. Just like, same thing with Brittany. Brittany wanted the life that Amber had. She wanted Dalen to be Anthony. But Dalen is not Anthony. Dalen is a different individual. But the fact, Angeline, if you did change the DNA test, do you have any idea what's going to happen if y'all go to court and that come out? Your daughter is not going to be able to handle that. And I understand, as a mother, having a child with bipolar or any mental health disability, I call it, or illness, it is sad to see your children in this predicament. But the fact that you make her entitled, the fact that you are mad at Pam, because Pam is messing with your husband, but yet you're not holding your daughter to the same fire, I don't understand. The fact that you think that Amber is not you, the fact that you keep saying Amber can't have children, nobody said that Amber could not have another baby. Amber is just choosing not to have another baby because of what she went through when she lost that baby. See, that hasn't even crossed her mind. We ain't even talked about the fact that it's getting ready to be the first anniversary of them losing that baby. And the fact of how she lost that baby. So yeah, that's going to be something they're going to have to work through. Because she going to think back to when Shayla was pregnant and she going to be angry all over again. Her losing David, she going to think back to the anniversary of that, and she going to be thinking all over again, having doubts all over again. So no, that counselor is right. She going to have to continue seeing Anthony and Amber, because they still going to have some stuff they going to have to deal with. So y'all need to keep that. Y'all need to keep her, because you need to keep a counselor. But I would recommend she see both of them separately at this point. If they're going to get back together, then they need to talk separately to her. That way they can deal with all their issues. But Shayla, the fact that you went over to Piari's house, not because you want to be friends with her, but because you waiting for him to come home. That man has not been home in days. All we waiting on is for him to go get his stuff and go back home. So when you go over there and Piari tells you he went back home to his wife, that's telling you that's where he want to be. Angeline, the fact that you think that it's only a matter of time before you go back, what you gonna do? Go over there and say the only reason he went back is because his ass says? Because that'd be the second time she heard it. Because she gonna think about Chase when Chase said that. So, do I think his assets is part of the reason he went back? Part of it. But I think when they had that counseling session, I think that's what did it. It didn't have anything to do with what happened in Jamaica, nothing of that. Because they never went to that session, Anthony would still be going through with this divorce. But when she said what she said, and then him seeing the way that Amber carries herself, the way Amber dresses, Shayla don't dress like that. Shayla is no competition to Amber. None. Like I said, this is why you don't have friends that are beneath you. You just don't. Because there's going to be some jealousy and envy. All her friends are jealous of her. Every single last one of her friends except Erica is jealous of her. Brittany is jealous of her. Shayla is jealous of her. Kay ain't jealous of her. Can we bring Kay back? Because we need a voice of reason. Please bring Kay back. I was hoping that Kay and Dalen would have got together, but if they'd have kept her on the show, I don't know why they didn't keep Kay on the show, but we need her back. We need a voice of reason. Because we don't need Amanda. We don't need none of them. We need Kay. Kay is the only one that is a voice of reason. Because she went through it. As for Amanda, you are a liar. You have a compulsive liar. And you can't stop lying. Girl, you're going to mess around and lose everything. Because you can't stop lying. The fact that you got 3 men that you have to deal with, you think this dude, the stepdaddy, is not going to have a problem with you having multiple men in your house in that bed. If you think he bought you that house just to buy you that house just to be nice, that is not why he did it. He did it for a whole nother reason. But there's a whole nother godforsaken conversation. As for back to Angeline, Angeline, you think by doing all of this that Brody's not going through the divorce? Do you have any idea that Pam gonna help him build everything back up that he basically gonna lose from you? Pam is gonna build him. Pam is gonna build him because she's a life coach. So she gonna help him get back what he lost. So him divorcing you is going to be a blessing in disguise. Zachary, now to you. Your mom and them ain't never going to treat you the way they treat Shayla, and that's just it on that, and you need to accept that. You need to stop talking to them at this point. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your breath. You need to focus on your own life, get your own stuff together. Your daddy got you a car. You couldn't keep your mouth shut. I don't know why you couldn't keep your mouth shut. You keep going back over there like they going to change their perspective. Girl, they just don't like you. Your mama don't like you. Shayla don't like you. Your daddy just puts up with you and tolerates you. You're never going to get the respect from them that you want. And something tells me you might actually be what's her name's baby, what's her name's daughter. But that's a whole nother conversation from what y'all been saying. But Zachary, stop trying to talk shit at this point. She is a lost cause. She gonna have to hit rock bottom. And she's gonna hit rock bottom, and it's gonna hurt. Because when she finally realizes that Anthony does not want to go back to her, the fact that Anthony is now talking to Pastor Chris and trying to get himself back to God, see, that's what I mean. When you go back to God and you go talk to a pastor, you say, look, I done made mistakes and now I'm ready to lead the way God wants me to lead. Not only myself, but also my household and also my wife and also my family. So, thank God for that. He's not coming back to you. You are not his peace. His peace was Amber. Amber was his peace. Amber owns businesses. Amber's not dependent on Anthony. She has her own money. You solely depend on him. Your mama can't stay out of y'all business. It's one thing for Amber to tell her friends, which they don't go back and say nothing, but you also have diarrhea of the mouth. So you and Amber are not really that much different. Y'all can't keep your mouth closed to save your lives. At the end of the day, with Amber, at least she's learning. At least she still asks for advice, but she ain't telling too much. But Amber, trust your instincts. Trust yourself. The counseling session is going to be good because you're going to learn how to make the right decisions. You need to stop trying to be a people pleaser, seat filler, captain, save a hoe, build a bed, and build a doll, and a seat, and a people pleaser. Shayla, you're delusional and you need psychological help, and your mama don't need to act like that you don't have a problem. You have mental illness and you need to go get checked out. Seriously. Because the fact that next thing you're going to do is go over there trying to be friends with Candace and trying to talk to Chase. You're going to try to talk to everybody, including Rolanda. Anybody associated with him, she's going to try to get close to find out what exactly is going on. Anthony, just go ahead on and go to court. We need a court somewhere. Whether it's divorce or whether it's child support, we need a court case. We need a DNA test. So RB, you might actually be the daddy, and that is going to be interesting if it turns out that RB is in fact that baby's daddy, because I will not be surprised if it turns out that both of them DNA tests are wrong and that Jasmine did something to that paperwork. Jasmine didn't do nothing to that paperwork because it came in via mail, but that there is a situation where something could have been wrong with a DNA test and RB in fact is the father. Could be. If Jasmine submitted it and she's the one that worked there, she could have did something to it. That could be a part of it too. Angeline, the only thing Angeline could have did was change the paperwork, but being that you can get the DNA test online and being that you can have it emailed to you, I don't know if that's going to be possible, but another DNA test needs to be done. But next on my list, on my hit list, is Jocelyn and Dominique and Sunny. That's who's next on my hit list. With that being said, bye.